Greetings, everyone. Welcome to our animated philosophy series, where we explore timeless concepts in a modern context. Today, we're exploring one of the most significant concepts in modern philosophy, introduced by the German philosopher Immanuel Kant. We will talk about synthetic a priori judgments, one of the major contributions of Kant that changed our understanding of experience, reason, and knowing. This concept really distinguishes Kant from prior thinkers, so buckle up. Let me begin with a little background. There were two major schools of thought regarding how knowledge is acquired prior to Kant. Philosophers such as Descartes were rationalists, and they held that knowledge could only be acquired by reason. They believed that certain truths are obvious to everyone and don't require any prior knowledge. Kant saw flaws in both theories. Empiricism, as demonstrated by Hume, found it difficult to explain how humans came to accept some necessary truths such as causality, the theory that every effect has a cause, while rationalism was unable to explain the reality that we still learn from experience. Hume argued famously that we can't observe causality instead, we can only observe one occurrence leading to another and draw an inference about a connection. However, Hume was unable to clarify why we anticipate causes to result in effects on a consistent basis. So what exactly did Kant do? He developed a novel strategy that combines rationality and empiricism. To elucidate this, we must dissect his notion of judgments. Kant divided judgments into two categories. Firstly, analytic judgments. These are judgments where the predicate is contained within the subject. They don't add any new information. For example, when we say all bachelors are unmarried, we're not learning anything new. The concept of being unmarried is already included in the definition of a bachelor. This is a logical truth, true by definition. You don't need to go out and check whether all bachelors are unmarried, do you? It's just part of what being a bachelor means. Secondly, synthetic judgments. These are judgments where the predicate adds something new to the subject. For example, if we say the cat is on the mat, the idea of being on the mat is not contained in the concept of the cat. You're learning something new about the world when you hear this. This type of knowledge comes from experience. Okay, it sounds fairly simple, doesn't it? Synthetic judgments provide us with fresh insights into the universe, whereas analytical judgments provide us with logical truths. But here's the twist. Kant proposed a new category called synthetic a priori judgments. These are not experiences-based claims, but rather universal truths and necessities. They are both a priori or known without reference to experience, and synthetic since they introduce new knowledge. This is where Kant begins to bridge the divide between rationalism and empiricism. To further comprehend this, let's examine causality as an example. According to Kant, the concept of causality is a synthetic a priori judgment. Here's why we understand that every effect has a cause, right? You anticipate spillage when you tip over a glass of water. That's something you just anticipate to happen, not something you watch every time as a fresh learning opportunity. It's necessary. You can't imagine the glass tipping over without something causing it to spill. However, and this is crucial, you cannot discover this causal relationship by merely observing the world. You infer causality rather than seeing it. According to Kant, the idea of causality is something that our experiences are forced to accept. One of the frameworks the mind uses to organize the disorganized information it receives from the outside world is causality. Put another way, experience is feasible because we already understand the concept of causality. We don't learn causality from experience. The idea itself was revolutionary. According to Kant, causality and other synthetic a priori judgments form the basis of our experience of world. These judgments form the bedrock of our understanding and make experience itself possible. It's similar to having glasses that shape our experience of the world. The mind employs ideas like space, time, and causality as these glasses to organize reality. To summarize this idea, analytic a priori judgments give us truths based on definitions, like all bachelors are unmarried. Synthetic a posteriori judgments give us new information from experience, like the cat is on the mat. But synthetic a priori judgments, like every event has a cause, are universally and necessarily true, and yet they are not derived from experience. They are the rules by which we organize our experiences in the first place. Let's now contrast Kant with past philosophers, especially David Hume. According to Hume, causality is merely a mental habit that develops over time as a result of witnessing repeated occurrences of one event leading to another. He was skeptical about whether we could really know that causes and effects were necessarily connected. While acknowledging this skepticism, Kant went one step further and suggested that the mind itself plays a role in this connection. Our minds already organize our experiences according to causal laws rather than just seeing the environment and deducing causality. Kant essentially combined the greatest ideas from the rationalist and empiricist traditions. While he agreed with empiricists that knowledge applies to our experiences of the world, he also agreed with rationalists that certain knowledge is independent of experience. His synthetic a priori conclusions demonstrate how closely reason and experience are related, much like the conclusions governing causation, space, and time. To summarize, Kant's concept of synthetic a priori judgments clarifies how we can possess knowledge that is both universal and necessary while also adding fresh information to our understanding of the wider world. Although it isn't based on experience, it affects how we perceive everything. His entire philosophy, which aims to explain how we come to know the world as we do, is based on this idea. It is important to comprehend Kant's synthetic a priori judgments, because they demonstrate how the mind actively affects our experience in fundamental ways rather than being a blank slate ready to be filled with experience. Thank you for learning with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights into similar echoes.